November might just be one of the biggest months for Quest game launches yet. Let's talk about what's coming out this month for the Quest 2 and the Quest 3. Okay, first up, let me quickly mention the 4 titles that launched yesterday, and then we'll get into the new stuff. First up, Power Wash Simulator launched yesterday for Quest, and it's a blast. Pun definitely intended. It is by far, in my opinion, the best way to play Power Wash Simulator. It's just so relaxing and so satisfying. Also launched yesterday is Space Salvage, a space adventure salvaging type of game with a retro feel to it. I have not played it yet. I just haven't had the time to do that, but it definitely looks like it could be a lot of fun if you like that type of stuff. And then Vampire the Masquerade Justice. This is a very fun stealth assassination type of game where you'll be sneaking around as a vampire, feasting on humans and just overall enjoying a fun story. And last, Cactus Cowboy Desert Warfare. If you've played Cactus Cowboy, you'll know how on the nose and funny these games can be. It does look like the best game in this series yet. Okay, on to the new stuff. November 9th, we're getting Demeo Battles. This is a PvP type of battle game for Demeo. Finally, player versus player. So instead of dungeon crawling with your friends, you'll be fighting against them. This looks to be a blast. I love Demeo. It's a game that I wish I had more time to play, and this looks absolutely fantastic if you love turn-based games and you're looking for PvP. Next up, Stride Fates. This is the follow-up to Stride that launched a while back on Quest 2. This is the single-player story. This actually looks quite fun. I had some early access a bit ago to try a PC build, even though it was technically the Quest build, and the mechanics are all there just like you would expect in the Stride game, and it fits really well into a story. I cannot wait to dive into this because I just love the Mirror's Edge feel to this game, and having a real story there, it could be a really fun game to play. Also launching on November 9th is X8. This is actually a free-to-play online multiplayer shooting type of game. X8 looks like it could be really fun. I haven't played it yet. It has been on App Lab for some time, but it's getting an official release on November 9th. I believe it's like a hero shooter battle royale type of game, and it is launching in full access on November 9th, and it is staying free to play as far as I know. Last on November 9th is Ziggy's Cosmic Adventure. This looks to be a somewhat cute, somewhat space exploration style game. It's a game that has been in, I think, Steam Next Fest before, and I think I've played it a little bit. It's been a long time, so I am looking forward to trying out this game. Next up, a game that has been free for a very long time is not going to be free anymore, and that is Pavlov Shack. That's right, November 14th, Pavlov Shack is officially launching on the MetaQuest store, and it unfortunately is ending its run as a free game. It was a free game in beta, and then before that alpha, I believe. It's been free for a long time. A lot of people really enjoy the fact that it's free, but it was bound to happen eventually. It is a paid game on other platforms. On Steam and on PSVR 2, it is a paid game, Pavlov. Pavlov Shack looks to be fantastic, a great Quest version of this game with some great and fun modes, and I'm excited for it to finally launch, and I'm happy for the developers that they've made it to the official Quest store. Next up, November 16th, a game I have literally been dying to play more of since I played it, and that is Assassin's Creed Nexus. That's right, just a handful of days left, about 2 weeks left from now until we finally have Assassin's Creed Nexus in our hands and can play. It's fantastic from everything I've played and from what I've seen and read and heard. I cannot wait to play Assassin's Creed Nexus. This is going to be a blast. I'm gonna power through that thing so quickly just so that I can continue to play over and over again. Also launching on November 16th, and I kind of feel bad for this game because it's launching against Assassin's Creed Nexus, is Iron Strike. This is a 4-player co-op roguelite style sword fighting game with some kind of simplistic looking graphics, but does have some cool sword fighting, it looks like, and some gunplay a little bit. I don't know. It looks like it could be fun. There's a lot of sword-style games that have similar looks to them, and there's a lot of roguelike games, so I'll have to play this game to be sure if it's going to be worth playing. But the fact that it's 4-player co-op in roguelite does make it more interesting, in my opinion. Moving up to November 17th, we've got Room of Realities, which is a multiplayer escape room style game. I messed around with this a little bit in one of the rooms when it first launched in early access, and it was quite fun, albeit somewhat challenging, although I didn't get the chance to play in co-op. So hopefully co-op will make the game even better. I've heard good things about it, and there's going to be different escape rooms to play. I love the idea of a virtual escape room, because I love escape rooms, but don't want to pay that hefty price per person to go do it in a physical place when I could just do it in VR. So yeah, Room of Realities, November 17th. Now we're jumping up to November 29th, although this could be November 30th, I guess, because some places say November 30th and some places say November 29th. But this is Cookie Run, The Darkest Night. Cookie Run is a mobile franchise with some huge games, and it looks to be very interesting. I actually am looking forward to playing this because it looks cute and it looks fun, and I kind of enjoy the Cookie Run series. I'm not going to lie. So this looks like it could be really cool. A first-person Cookie Run game in VR. Why not? What the heck, right? Now it's jumping a day ahead to November 30th. And this next game is called Next Move. This has a demo on App Lab currently. I haven't tried it. It looks like a physical movement kind of parkour climbing. I don't know. It looks unique. Everything I've seen looks interesting. Apparently, in the real world, when you move, that's how you move in VR. What I mean by that is no artificial locomotion. You move your arms to move, and you climb to climb. I mean, obviously, a lot of games do climb to climb. I don't know. Your goal is to make it to the portal, is all I know, and it looks simplistic in visual style, but who knows, it could be a lot of fun to play. This next game, Sniper Elite VR Winter Warrior. That's right. A follow-up to the Sniper Elite VR game that came out a couple years ago. That's surprising to me. This was a huge surprise. A couple of days ago, we got this announcement. I don't think anyone really knew about it because it just kind of came out of nowhere. But I actually quite enjoyed Sniper Elite VR. It wasn't perfect. The guns weren't perfect. The scopes weren't always perfect, but I had fun with the campaign. I love the time period in games, playing through it, and I just enjoy the game itself. So I'm excited to try this out. I hope that there's some Quest 3 upgrades to it, to be honest, because I'd love to see some upgrades using the new hardware, especially since Meta commissioned this game essentially exclusive to the Quest platform. So I'm curious to see what they've done to it to make it even better on Quest. And last on our list is Stranger Things VR. Yes, that's right. The game where you get to play as Vecna is coming, and there is a mixed reality mode in this as well. And I'm curious to see what the reaction to this game will be as a game in a massive franchise. There you go. Those are all the new releases we currently know about for the Quest platform in November. But there's a chance we'll actually get more, especially considering Sniper Elite VR we didn't even know about until a couple of days ago. So there could be some surprises that pop up during the month of November. I hope so, although this month has a lot of great games coming out already. Let me know in the comments what you think. Which games are you looking most forward to? It's probably no surprise, I'm most looking forward to Assassin's Creed VR, the game we've been waiting not just months, years for. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe to keep up to date on all things Quest, and as always, happy questing.